Here we'll discuss the intercepts of graphs, what they mean, and how to find them. An intercept is the point at which a graph crosses or touches the axes. We do have two kinds of intercepts. X-intercepts, where we either cross or touch the x-axis, and y-intercepts, where we either cross or touch the y-axis. Let's consider this graph here. We want to find our x-intercepts and then our y-intercepts. And here, each one of my dots counts as 1. X-intercepts are on the x-axis. If I start with my left one, I can see that that's over -2. The next one is over 1. And then if I count over my last one on the right, is over at 3. My y-intercepts, the top one is at 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one down is at -1. And then the very last one we have -1, 2, 3, 4, and -5. So these are the intercepts of these graphs. However, finding intercepts from equations can be a little more difficult. When I'm dealing with an x-intercept, this is on the x-axis, so I haven't moved any in the vertical direction. Therefore, we let y be equal to 0 and solve for x. My y-intercepts are on the y-axis, therefore I haven't moved any in the horizontal direction, so we let x be equal to 0 and solve for y. Let's consider this equation, y equal to x squared minus 1. We'll start with our x-intercepts. This means we let y be equal to 0 and try to solve for x. I can add 1 to both sides, and when I do, I get 1 equal to x squared. We can then take plus and minus the square root of both sides to get my x-intercepts are both 1 and -1. For my y-intercepts, this time I let x be equal to 0. 0 squared is 0, minus 1 is -1. So I have one y-intercept at -1. My next example, y equal to x plus 1 cubed. If I want to find the x-intercepts, we let y be equal to 0. So I have 0 equal to x plus 1 cubed. Well, this means that 0 has to be equal to x plus 1, since the only number cubed that gives 0 is 0. We can then subtract 1 from both sides to get that we have a single x-intercept of x equal to -1. For the y-intercepts, we let x be equal to 0. Therefore, I have y equal to 1 cubed, which is just 1. So my x-intercept is -1, and my y-intercept is 1.